Hey, don't type that reply. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you arguing online on Twitter right now, probably in the replies of a 57 comment thread that you started. Don't do it. This can't be healthy for you. I know you want to explain your point and make them understand where you're coming from and explain how stupid they are and tell them and own them with a mean and epically get them down and get an epic own on them. I know you want to do that. God tier, amazing. You want to be based. I grasp it. I understand. You want to mog on them and destroy them and tell them how nonsense they are. Ratio them in the comments. You want to do that so bad. And you want to gain that approval from that internet diaspora. But this is really important, and I mean this so deeply. The public online zeitgeist doesn't matter because I have seen now 12 times in a row somebody post an opinion online, right? Such as, let's use an example. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And the first comment will be, actually 3 plus 1 equals 4, but I understand where you're coming from. And the third comment will come in and say, actually 4 plus 0 is a better way to get to 4 because you cut out the middleman. So realistically, 4 plus 0 is the best way to get it. Now, all of these people are correct, right? Cool. Somebody else will come in and say, sometimes 2 plus 2 can equal 5. Now we've gotten into loony bin. And you will deeply and desperately argue and say, put your fingers up. You got 2 and you got 2 and put your fingers up. Get to 4. And you're thinking to yourself, they're obviously going to understand this. This makes sense. Obviously, how could you get anything besides 4 if you get 2 plus 2? And then they'll comment, actually, my interpretation of the numbers is completely different from how your brain interprets it. Everybody has their own specific nuance of reality, and the fact that their nuances of reality can shape and alter means that we can't truly be certain about how numbers actually activate or operate in a real reality. There's no objective reality. As a matter of fact, did you know that air, we can't see it, but it exists, but we can study and observe it, knowing the hydrogen oxide, thinking of the specific particles that react to it. And they think they said the smartest shit on the planet. They think they said God-like tier stuff when they're just doing pseudo-philosophy in the comments trying to make you seem like an idiot. And you're going to get pissed because you're going to reply and say, no, idiot, 2 plus 2 equals 4. And you might even get more comments. You might get more likes and reposts. But among those reposts, there's going to be somebody agreeing with that guy that wrote that long thing about air and nonsense like that. There's going to be one guy doing that. And you're going to find that comment. You're going to find that guy agreeing and say, are you dumb? And you're going to keep arguing. That can't be healthy. That cannot be healthy because that's how most to almost every online argument feels to me. And it could be something really basic. I think everybody deserves food. First comment. Yeah, everybody deserves food. I agree with that. Second comment. Yeah, everybody deserves to eat reasonable food. Third comment. What about pedophiles? Okay, hold on now. Whoa, hold on now. Stop right there. What about people that have committed murder? Do they deserve to eat? What about my abuser? He doesn't deserve to eat. All right, I stopped trauma dumping under my post. Didn't realize you were going to do this. And this is a natural consequence of being online, obviously. Because this is very important. Back in the day, it was just one village idiot. And everybody knew not to talk to the village idiot because he did that because he's an idiot. But nowadays, the village idiots can all congregate together. All the idiots can agree to the idiot opinions, and they get a coalition of idiots, and they say, yeah, we're all right. And they're going to think they're all correct because you're going to go to that community, and you're going to say, dude, this is obviously stupid. But all the other idiots are going to comment and say, you're wrong, and they're going to like each other's comments. And they're going to go against you. And you're going to get ratioed, despite the fact that you seemingly have the correct, not even opinion, just an objective fact. Such as saying the sun is a star. And someone says, actually, the sun is a sun. So, there are multiple suns in other solar systems, but our sun is our sun. And that comment seems stupid, but wait till you get ratioed by that. Is it still stupid now? Numbers don't lie. Now you're getting ratioed. Oh, guess what? You just got ratioed. This is the issue with online debates. That's the issue with it. The biggest issue with online debates is that there's no authenticity. And often people will say, oh, this is the disingenuous argument. Oh, this isn't coming from a place of good intention. Oh, this isn't good. You're a bad actor. Oh, this is bad. No shit. Who gives it? Obviously. Obviously, the person is doing this to get a rise out of you. A Monster Hunter Rise. Great game. That's what they're doing. That's what's happening. There's no universe in which they're doing this for the love of the game. Sorry, let me rephrase that. They're only doing this for the love of the game. They're doing it because they're bored. I want you to picture this, right? During the pandemic, I didn't have a job. I would go to college campuses and steal toilet paper because nobody was in there. I would just do that, and I would live off of the basis of unemployment and praying that I was going to get that money each week, not knowing when it was ever going to end. And I got a stimulus check on top of unemployment. I was living in lavish like a king. I was door dashing every single day. It was beautiful. However, it's very important. I mean this with my whole chest. Very, 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 very important. I sat in my chair 14 hours a day. I didn't work out. I didn't go outside. It was illegal to leave the house. I couldn't do anything. So I didn't do anything. I spoke to people on Discord. I played video games with people on Discord. I played Animal Crossing when I went to my home. I caught up on all the Netflix shows I missed. I was online so much. I made my Twitter account. I made my Twitter. I was arguing with everybody. I was bored. I would see so many opinions that were just stupid. I would just say, that's dumb. What are you doing? I was just arguing with people for the love of the game. And I was watching Twitch streams all day, talking to those people all day. I didn't know what face-to-face interactions were. It ruined my perception of reality deeply. No one ever wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about how bad it ruins your perception of reality when you can't see people face-to-face, when you can't look them dead in the eye. You can't do that. Because these people aren't real online, man. You're just a number. You're just a name and a screen. You're nothing, man. You're nothing. Genuinely speaking. And you'll take away the humanity from some of these people. You got to understand. Everybody online has their own specific circumstances, their own specific identity, their own political beliefs. Some people like pineapples on pizza. Some people like black olives and green olives. Some people have never in their life walked into a McDonald's. Not once. Some people are iPad babies. Some people have 5 siblings, and they're number 3. They're the 3rd sibling, and they never got any attention from their parents, so they want attention online. Some people think I'm their best friend. Me. And I've never met you. I know nothing about you. We have never interacted in real life. You haven't even shot me a message. You can shoot me a message. We can be friends. But it has to be a good, don't just say hi. Say something fun. Say something crazy. Say the worst thought. If you ever message me, say the worst thought that pops in your brain. I don't care what it is. Say the most vile, disgusting, evil thought that pops in your mind. Then send that message. That's what I want to see. That's the message I want. The issue with online arguing, the online debates, the issue with online arguing is the fact that there's no humanity in it. You can't see them face to face. There's no consequences. There's no true consequences for any of this stuff. There really isn't. You can say whatever opinion you want to. You can say the worst thought, your intrusive thoughts online. There's no real consequence for it. Oh, he got banned out. Make another Twitter account. Easy. We hacked his IP. You can change your IP in a heartbeat. YouTube that. You can do that in a heartbeat. It's not that hard. Get a NordVPN. Figure it out. It's really not that hard. Get a cracked version of NordVPN. That works. I figured it out. There's so many things you can do. There's no real consequence for any reactions on here. You can say the worst evil things to me. You can make me violently pissed. You can make me so pissed that I go to sleep, that I take a nap. You can make me that mad. And I can't do anything about it. Because you won. You can do that. You're more than welcome to. You can do whatever you want to. That's the issue with online debates and online arguing. Because nobody is here to have a constructive debate. No one's here to do that. They're here to tell you that fish actually can live on land. I've seen it. Where? I've seen it. Source? I've seen it. Okay, there's no evidence that fish can live on land. Well, actually, I've seen fish be out of water. What? That doesn't make it. Dolphins are technically fish. Dolphins are mammals. Then why are they underwater? You can look it up. Nope. Dolphins are fish. And they won't even look it up. I was talking to somebody in Discord, and I was telling them about the phenomenon of the quarter pounder. You know about the phenomenon of the quarter pounder? I'll end on this, by the way. Don't worry. This is the phenomenon of the quarter pounder. It was called the third pounder, but Americans thought a quarter was bigger than a third. And I told him about this, how they switched it from the third pounder to the quarter pounder. And he said, well, that makes sense because a quarter is bigger than a third. I said, a quarter is 1/4. A third is 1/3. And he had a big moment and said, yeah, 4 is bigger than 3 though, right? I had to stop and realize he was not joking. He was not doing this for a bit. It was just me and him in a Discord call. And I said, I'm going to show you something really important. He said, okay. I said, this is 0.25. He said, all right. And this is 0.33. He said, okay. Which one's bigger? He said 0.33. I said, perfect. I'm going to put these decimals in fraction form. He said, all right. I said 0.25 is 1/4. He said, okay. He said 0.33 is 1/3. He said, oh, dang, I probably sound stupid. I said, yeah, you do. He said, my bad. I understand why people got confused now. That's confusing. These are the people you are arguing with online, by the way. Those are the people you're arguing with online. Please remember that. Care about yourself. Care about your health. Don't argue online. Just don't. I know you're going to. You're actually probably going to argue in the comments of this video right now. You're more than welcome to. But please, don't.